the show. Daryl and I have again switched chairs.
Right, we're not confused.
And we have Mimi Huberman Thrasher joining us again, and it's great to have you on the show, Mimi.
Thank you so much for having me.
I know we're just gonna have fun here. Just found out you live just over at the Distillery District, and which is such a great place to live.
Exciting.
Did you walk over here today?
No.
Because it's close enough you can actually walk. I mean, it's a
It is, but I'm a time management expert, so for me it was all about the time.
Right. Okay, good. So we better get busy and stop fooling around.
That's
then,
right.
Okay.
Right?
Cut to the chase right now.
Well, we're here. There's a lot we can talk about, but I notice you've got this great big peace sign on around your neck.
Yes. So when I was 14, I became present to the atrocities of the Second World War. And I decided in that moment that I was going to cause peace on the planet. Had no idea how I was going to do it. Spent most of my life pulling for it, but never knowing how. And then I took a course in an international training and development company and discovered that I am the answer. So, to peace on the planet.
You are.
I am.
Like the nexus point.
The nexus point.
It all goes through you.
Well,
But what do you mean by that?
But it's not an ego thing, is it, Mimi?
it's not an ego thing. No, it's not an ego thing.
Right.
So what I distinguished was that you can't walk onto a battlefield and say, okay, guys, stop fighting.
Right.
What I distinguished was peace lives inside of each one of us.
Right.
It's how you are in your day-to-day life. So if you come home at the end of your day because you had a bad day at work and you're mad at your kids, or you're fighting with your girlfriend or something like that, you're not bringing peace to the planet. So what I like to do is to bring ways for entrepreneurs to have peaceful existence. And very often with an entrepreneur, that includes, how do I take things off my plate? Because I'm so overwhelmed and busy, I'm working 60 hours, and that's not what I bargained for. And very often these entrepreneurs are parents. So I also look at how do you train your kids to be great kids, because the kids of today are the leaders of tomorrow.
Funny you should mention that.
Why?
Well, I mean,
are you still a kid?
Well, yeah, totally. Right. But no, but it's like we were just talking about, it seems the theme today is weaponized anthropology, which includes your education, includes the media, really, which is targeted at kids.
That's right.
Targeted at everybody, but kids are especially vulnerable because they're soaking up all that.
They're soaking it all up.
Everything. They're soaking up everything, right?
Right. But how kids interact with each other when they're kids is how they interact as adults. So if we can train children and have them know how to be with bullies or how to behave in times of conflict, right? Then they will know how to do that as adults. And peace in 40, 50 years from now when they're leaders will be prevalent on the planet. So it's a twofer kind of thing. It is developing the kids, but it's also finding inner peace within.
Yeah, because probably most of us didn't grow up with that kind of training or education, right?
Right.
So we just kind of, a lot of
We wing
what
it.
we learned was, just. Oh wait, I'm getting a phone call,
Hello?
Mimi. Hang on.
It's the Peace Patrol.
I'll just deal with that later.
But everyone recognizes that ringtone, though, right?
It's the president,
It's the president.
but I can't get it right now. So,
Right.
but I know he's all good with Kim Jong-un.
That's right. So
Now,
no wait.
so
no wait
they
to
were.
speak to
See,
Hirali,
this
no
is
wait.
talking about peace.
There it
a few
is.
months ago, we were all worried about a
War
World War III
during
with
the
North
Olympics,
Korea. Now they're
look at
best buddies, right? So Mimi, something's working.
Something is working. And we're so lucky to be living in this city of Toronto, where there's such diversity, and we actually get to practice acceptance and acknowledgement of each other. And it really doesn't matter whether you're male or female, old or young, or the color of your skin.
Yeah.
Like, it's
I
a way
know.
of being. It's like we don't even think about it here.
And so again, following the synchronicities, we just had Sarah on. She was saying the same thing. In fact, that's why even though she's from Paris, and who wouldn't want to live in Paris forever? She's shows in Toronto the last 7 years because of that
Diversity.
diversity.
For diversity.
Yeah.
So, I really enjoy paperwork. I don't know why I do. Excuse me, but I do know that other people don't, and it drives them crazy.
Right.
And they are more peaceful when they are doing their passion.
Right.
Whatever it is. Entrepreneurs get into business because they're passionate about something.
Right. But they may not be the best accountants or the best
Bookkeepers or the best graphic designers or the best data entry people whatever that is. They just want to do their passion. So I support them by doing all the stuff they don't like to do.
Which is perfect because when you think about a company, right, with a lot of people, well, you've got people in all those specialized roles. You've got an accounting department, you've got a marketing department,
Right.
and so forth. But an entrepreneur needs that same team of specialists, right? And if someone else can be on their team doing that stuff that they're not that good at, then they can concentrate on doing what they're great at.
Yes, it's kind of a misnomer. You become an entrepreneur and you expect that you're going to be doing everything yourself. Nobody ever tells you that you're actually going to have a team around you,
Yeah.
because you really only have 24 hours in a day. Nobody successful on this planet ever got a bonus of an extra 6 hours.
Right.
Nobody. We all only have 24 hours.
Yeah.
So it really is what you do with that time. And to be successful, you need a team.
So is that what you do? I mean, I know you've got your website is performancecoachingteam.com.
Yes.
Is that this aspect of the work you do, is that presented on that website?
Yes and no.
Okay.
So yes, it is. And I have other offerings that bring peace to people. One of them is to help speakers, entrepreneurs. There's a lot of entrepreneurs out there who want to get up to the front of a room, but they don't know what to say or how to say it, or even to begin how to write a signature talk. And I help them start to write their signature talk. I'm also an expert in time management and organization. So I have a program that helps people get organized. I have the top 10 rules for time management. It's an 8-week program. You implement the rules so that you make a difference in your life now.
Would that help a person write a book that they're getting stuck on?
Oh, yeah. 100%.
Helping with everything. I'm 3 years behind. I might even be 30 years behind
You're-
everything.
You are?
I don't know. At least 3. I'm at least 3 years behind everything. So
Yeah.
What I
it's a
love,
tragedy. I don't know.
my calendar is full. The only time that I don't have scheduled is when I go to sleep, because I know the hours that I'm going to sleep. I'm not
Right.
going to schedule shopping or working or having a meeting while I'm sleeping. And I put an alarm for everything. Absolutely everything. So
An alarm?
Yeah,
Where?
alarm.
phone,
At the
on your
beginning of
phone.
every task that I do, there's an alarm. 10 minutes before each task starts. So why I do that is because when that alarm goes off, I know that I have 10 minutes left to go
On whatever task you're
on whatever
currently
task I'm on. So I'm either finishing it up, or I'm going to pack it up and get ready for the next thing. Or I'm going to reschedule things so that I continue working on it and move the thing that's coming up over and just manage it. It gives you 10 minutes to just manage things so that you don't have to worry about getting back to something.
Well, that makes a lot of sense. Now, what do you use for an alarm? Do you use your cell phone?
I
or-
use my cell phone.
Okay.
Yeah, I carry it around with me. Yeah.
Right? I mean, it's so many things in that cell phone.
I love my cell phone, do everything. I can remember a time, I don't know how old you are, but I can remember the time when you had to stand in a bank at a teller and it was 20 to 30 minutes till you got to the teller. Talking about I was under 10 at that time. And now I do my banking when I'm on the bus.
Oh,
Doesn't get better than that. Or I pay somebody, like email transfer them. I'm on the bus.
That's-
It's like great. It's like, I love it. I love my phone.
The only funny thing is that I think back in the days when we waited in line for a teller, we seemed to be less stressed and less harried about the stuff. And now that everything is instantaneous and we can do it, we seem to be overwhelmed by all the things we need to do. So I don't know if it's that we bring more on our plate because we know we can manage, or we know we can deal with it quicker. But I'm not sure that the overall stress and sanity is any better now than it was then. What do you think of that?
I don't think the overall sanity is any better or any worse than it was then. Like I said, we still only have 24 hours in a day.
Right.
It all depends on what you do with that 24 hours. So I don't think that people take on more because they think that they are doing things quicker, better, faster.
Mhm.
They just take on more because they want to say yes to everything.
Okay. And part of that, what you'd coach is saying no to things?
Yes,
Yeah.
you have to know how to say no
Yeah,
to
mhm.
things. And saying no doesn't always mean no. It could be, no, I can't do it now, but I can do it next week.
Right.
Or, do you have a better time for me to do that?
Mhm.
There's different ways to say no. I mean, if it's
Yeah.
really a no and you can't do it, you have to say, well, that's not going to work for me. Check in with me in 6 months.
Right.
Well, actually, I think, Mimi, you probably have the perfect answer to Daryl's question because you wrote the book on it, which is an Amazon bestseller, called. This is the answer to your question, Daryl.
Okay.
Success Without Stress, a roadmap for busy people.
There you go.
Right?
There you go.
So we're busier than ever, but can we really be stress-free?
Yes.
Mimi, though? Really?
Yeah, I'm stress-free.
Okay.
I don't think I have any stress. Do I have concerns occasionally? Yeah, so I have a concern. I put an occasion in my calendar to deal with it, and that's it. What I love about my calendar and having everything in my calendar is that I can look at it and I can see visually my life created. That's
Yep.
my life created. So if there's something about my life that I don't like, I just have to change my calendar.
Now, is this calendar part of this time management program that you help people with?
No, I use a Google Calendar. I don't think I need to reinvent the wheel.
Okay, I think that's a great philosophy, right? Use the
Yeah.
tools that are already out there and freely available.
Yeah. And what I love about Google is that you can also get access to other people's calendars. So, for example, I manage the calendars of some of my clients, and they'll share their calendars with me so that I can support them in managing it. And I get to
They share it on Google Docs or
see
what?
it. Yeah, Google Calendar.
Google Calendar's shareable too.
Yeah,
Like Google Docs. Okay.
yeah, just like Google
Oh, yeah.
Docs is. Yeah.
Right.
And
Yeah.
plus, the great thing is it's all shared with the NSA.
There you go.
So
they know what you're
so
up
we
to
can't
too.
get away with bad things.
Yeah.
Or things they don't consider bad, whatever
That's
that
right.
would be.
But what I like to talk a little bit about today is, hashtag Toronto Strong and
Okay.
why peace is so important. So, I was talking with a really good friend this morning who was 3 days later still really broken up about it. She lives in the North York area
Right.
and frequents that area quite a bit. And I think part of what she was upset about was A, she has no control, but that it could have been her because she walks that area
Right.
all the time.
Right, we're talking about the van tragedy that happened, I
Yes.
think, on Monday of this week. Right?
Yeah. And I think also what was there for her is that she felt a little bit responsible.
No.
Not like she caused it,
Mhm.
but like what could she have done
Mhm.
to not have that happen?
Mhm.
And it's inside all of us to be aware of the people around us and what they're dealing with and support them in bringing peace or contentment into their life so they don't feel like they have to do those kinds of things.
I mean, that's a big.
That's a big help me.
Yeah, or help. I mean,
Help.
we got to help everybody.
That's right.
That's the idea.
That's
Right?
right. I think that people just want to be loved, gotten, and understood. And if you can do that for the people around you, your environment becomes very peaceful, very calm, very empowering. It becomes empowering because inside of that, creation will show up. And you have fun. And life becomes fun.
So how do we do that? Right? I mean,
The first step is to look at all the things you want to be doing, make a list of all the things you want to be doing and all the things you don't want to be doing. And on that list of things you don't want to be doing, look at how many of them can you really give away. There's a lot of things on those lists that people say, oh, I can't give that away, and I can't give that away, and I can't give that away. But really, they just don't want to give it away. And then
What do you mean by give it away?
delegate.
Delegate. Okay.
Yeah, delegate it. So whether it's data entry or it's making phone calls or it's whatever it is, right? Everybody has a different set of things to delegate. And then it's finding the people to do those things so that you have time freedom. There's a project that I'm going to start where I'm going to be doing more research into what causes peace for people. So it's great that you asked me this question.
What causes what, sir?
Peace.
Peace, okay.
Yeah. I think I'm going to call it the peace parent or the peace parent-entrepreneur. And it's all about how to be a really successful entrepreneur and still have time to be a fantastic parent. My plan is to interview people that will support being a great parent and a successful entrepreneur. And ultimately, at the end, I've decided that I'm going to make this information available to anybody that wants it. People just have to contact me and I'll let them know how to get it.
Well, I think that's really important because I really think the way the economy is going is we're moving to an economy where everyone is an entrepreneur.
Yes. Somebody told me a statistic this week, I think it was, that accountants are going to start losing their jobs in the next 5 years.
Sure.
No, what?
Because
Based on what?
I can't remember what
Is it because of blockchain, probably?
No, you could plug in
AI.
things, AI, whatever you want.
Yeah.
There's formulas all over the internet that you can just plug in.
What do we even have
That's right.
accounting for, anyways? What good is it?
Taxes.
Who needs taxes?
The government apparently, we do. We benefit from
Well,
those
we-
taxes.
They can just print the money, right?
You know, I don't have a problem with taxes.
Yeah, I don't know either. necessarily.
I
Wish could pay
think that
them.
if I had somebody taking care of a whole country for me and they needed money to do it, I would want to do my part.
Right.
No, I know what you mean. I just have a whole economic system in my head that that doesn't require taxes.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? But still will allow us to have public services, healthcare, education, public transit, government. But
Sounds like a plan. Now, when you
Yeah.
get back to that phone call, when the president called you, you should share it with him.
well, you know, he doesn't really understand things at that kind of level. You know, he just likes to buy low, sell high.
Yeah, but if you never put the seed down,
I know. Well, all right. I'll try bringing it up again, but you know how he is.
yeah, I know. That's how it goes.
Okay, so this program sounds great because I really do think we're moving towards entrepreneurship even within enterprises, and we
Yeah.
even see that, right? You know, everyone is treated as an entrepreneur within an enterprise, or I think the enterprise is going to change too. There'll be less concrete, less of a thing, more of a process, less of a noun, more of a verb.
Yeah, it's so interesting that you say that because I have a roommate that came in March from India, and she has a job here, and she's allowed to work from home.
Yeah,
So when she doesn't, the weather's not good, or it's raining, or whatever that is, right?
yeah,
She works from home, but she still has to manage her time.
right.
But it gives her peace. So she's in the world of being an entrepreneur that's connected to corporate,
Yeah,
right? Because she can work at home.
right.
So the shift and the transition is already starting to take place.
Yeah,
I knew a gentleman that had a company with 11 people, and he just closed down the whole thing and had everybody work remotely from home.
mm-hmm.
So that's the future. That's the way it's going.
That is, and there's big implications to that. I mean, I'm just thinking
Real
out
estate.
loud here. Huh?
Empty office buildings.
Well, why have cities? Why doesn't everybody
Right.
just live in a little patch of country, connected with high-speed fiber,
Sure.
and you know, then we can all
Well,
be
there would
happy.
be more of that.
Yeah,
There will be more.
There will be.
Yeah. It's already happening with a lot of people who.
You probably got fiber in your neighborhood, Mimi, right? Like real fiber, internet connection. I think they
Like
built-
all brand or
Well,
what?
yeah.
What kind of fiber?
I like tools that work well.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. What else can we tell people about today, Mimi? Or is there anything else you want to bring up?
I think that people have enough to chew on, right? As long as they get a sense that the answer to peace on the planet is really peace on the inside, the answer to your relationships, the answer to it's all in how you are as a person and your way of being.
Yeah.
And, what does it take for you to be peaceful and to have peace of mind?
And I think too, I mean, I know some people might think, well, helping people or parents be great entrepreneurs, well, how do we get peace from that? I'm thinking, some people might be thinking, I'm thinking, if everybody can do the kind of work that they love, that they're passionate about, that they can really give their all with their heart, their soul into that work, then they're going to be happier. They're going to be, they're going to be peaceful doing that.
Yes. And also when you're of service to somebody else, that changes a person. It like so opens up your heart.
Absolutely.
Whether it's your parents, somebody on the street, doesn't really matter. Service it is.
Okay, so now how can people get in touch with you?
Oh, people can contact me by email, mimi@mybizfit.ca. So that's MIMI at MYBIZ.ca. If they want, they can call me, 416-388-3450, or look for me on LinkedIn.
Okay, great. Mimi at mybizfit.ca.
That's me.
Perfect. Okay, Mimi, always great to see you. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. It's been a
Okay.
pleasure to be with you all.
Yeah, us too. Okay, but we're not done yet, Daryl.
Not yet,
We got George here.
George.
George is in the house. George
Installment
Marcello.
6.
Installment. Is it 6?
I think so.
6 today?
6
No,
or 7?
no, for him.
George,
George speaking.
yeah, George did the Torch for Life thing
Okay.
to raise awareness around
Organ
organ donations,
donations.
and so he'll be coming on just a couple minutes to talk about that. So,
Very nice.
Yeah.
Continuing the theme of peace
yeah,
in many ways.
all right.
Yeah.
So we'll be right back here at Channel Love.